Alena Kostornaia left Elena Bayanova because of her desire to perform in pair skating. The former European singles champion intends to continue working with Georgi Kanitsa under the guidance of Sergei Aroselyakov. The pair has already repeatedly presented pairs in ice shows, practicing in between performances at CSKA. Alena Kostornaia, the 2020 European champion, confirmed that she is transitioning to pair skating. "I've always loved pairs skating, it took my breath away with all the ejections, twists and supports. I've always watched with admiration." At some point in an athlete's life, you always have to make a choice when the realization comes that something needs to change. Sometimes it's a transition from coach to coach, and sometimes it's a transition to another sport. I was no exception in this respect, Kostornaia said. In September, the skater underwent surgery on her hip. "After the surgery, I had a lot of time to think. I decided to try my hand at pair skating. At first it was more for show, and now. I don't want to make any predictions yet, and what will happen next, I don't know yet. I'm on vacation so far, and when I come back, we'll decide what to do next. Of course, we have plans to perform in competitions, but time will tell whether we'll be able to fulfill them. Yes, after the operation, I had a lot of fears. Gosha, Kanitsa, and Sergei Sergeyevich, Aroselyakov, often stopped me, but in general there is almost no pain. If I start to feel discomfort, we change the exercise or don't do it. Naturally, each new element is a risk, but we are going gradually. We started with learning supports and simple elements, we did them almost immediately. Then we started to get more difficult. I can say that now I own 75% of supports, triple roll, backspin, still double, totus. And the most difficult thing for me was the paired steps. It's not easy to gain parallelism. I never really talked to Sergei Sergeyevich, Aroselyakov, about big sports. He has a lot of pairs that could be superstars in the future, so my presence at his trainings does not change anything, said the skater. She also shared her impressions of working with choreographer Bettina Popova. "Bettina is great, we talked to her when she was still skating. She gives good advice and makes sense, she explains first of all as an athlete. In addition, she's very positive and always says that her trainings should be both interesting and humorous. I have the same attitude, what you do should bring joy. I get a high from life, from moving forward, from overcoming myself, from each new element. I'm driven by interest, what I can achieve, how many obstacles I can pass. And with this thought I will fight to the end," added Kostornaia. The vast majority of foreign fans greeted the bombastic news positively. "Don't let Russia back into international starts, except for Kostornaia. She can skate anywhere and anytime," said user WeirWatrihug. "Georgi Kanitsa, you better get ready with foreign citizenship and a ring for Kostornaia," hints Sturtleneck. Someone began to recall successful transitions to pair skating. "Okay, but Ashley Kane started in singles and made it to the Olympics in doubles, that's okay, guys, this is good," wrote a fan. Also Megan Demel and Valentina Markey, who competed in the 2014 Olympics in singles and then in doubles in 2018, just to name a few examples of skaters who had significant singles experience before transitioning, random skating adds. Many have begun to worry about the number of injuries Alena has suffered in singles. Her body is so broken and she agrees to trust a man to throw her out. Let being on the ice bring her joy, she deserves it after all the shit she's been through. Simply Becky. "Part of me is happy, part of me is sad. I'm happy that at least I'll still see her compete, but I'm sad because she won't be shining alone on the ice. Also, I've heard that pair skating is actually harder than singles, and more injury prone. So I don't know. Nanny811_. I won't pretend I'm not upset about the news about Kostornaia. I'm glad she wants to keep skating, but she's already suffered several fractures from falls, and her body has definitely suffered from Atari's abuse. Couples is the most dangerous discipline, I can't pretend to support that. I will remain a fan of hers and wish her the best, but I can also disagree with her choices. Kralys. Kostornaia went from what Tutberdz's team thought was a failure to becoming their star skater, then moved on to Plushenko, losing her 3A, then getting it back by getting coronavirus, then moving on to Atari again, then breaking her arm, then her wrist, then leaving Atari, then moving on to couples in just 4 years, recalls the chronology of events Shifai 0609. Three-time Olympic champion Alena Kostornaia commented on Alena Kostornaia's transition to pairs skating. "You have to see who she skates with and what it looks like. I don't know her partner. It is a quite frequent and natural process when skaters move from singles to pairs skating. There are a lot of examples like that. I always liked Alena. She stood out, she was very harmonious on ice with a good figure and technique. She is very bright. I hope that Alena will be able to embody that in pairs skating as well. In the singles she left her mark," said Kostornaia. Alexander Inbert, the bronze medalist of the 2019 World Championships in pairs skating, commented on Alena Kostornaia's transition to pairs. "We can only wish her success and wait for the results. As an expert in pairs skating, I will wait for interesting programs and good results. I think Alena is able to achieve success. Alena is suitable for pairs skating because of her height and character, and she's absolutely fearless. I began skating with Katarina Gerbolt as a pair. She changed her skating style at the age of 20. We began skating because we hoped that we could achieve good results, and Tamara Moskvina supported us in that. Together with Katarina I became the international master of sports in pairs figure skating. Not an Olympic medal, of course, but still it says something. So, I think, of course, Alena has a chance. We cannot say that some point of no return is past. I saw how the former single skater at age 20 did a great triple twist, emissions, 4th level support," said Inbert. Former figure skater Katarina Gerbolt had the same opinion on European champion Alena Kostornaia's transition to pairs skating. "Given my own experience, I would say that it is possible. I was 21 when I myself made the switch to pairs skating, and it seemed crazy. Nevertheless, if Alena has a goal and a desire to prove something to someone and work harder than ever in her life, everything will work out. If she's driven by emotion, it's harder to believe in her success. Alena Kostornaia is very talented, she has ambition. I think something could very well come out of this transition," Gerbolt said. 12-year-old Russian figure skater Elisa Yurova jumped a triple axel in training. The athlete trains under the guidance of Yevgeny Plushenko, Dmitry Mikhailov, and Sergei Alexeyev. "Well done, Elisa. A good start to the year," Plushenko's team noted. This season, Yurova placed 5th and 2nd at the Russian Grand Prix stages in the KMS category.